wonderful universe. This is Jennifer here at Eureka Astrology and Healing, and today we are talking about the Pisces full moon. The Pisces full moon is September 10th, 2022, 4:59 a.m. And first, let's talk about astrological notables. This is just to get our toe in the water and think about the energies around this full moon, and in this case before. But just remember, when a full moon happens or any astrological event happens, it's not just that day. It may not just be the days around it. It could be weeks, months, and it can be setting seeds for a long time. Remember that, especially with slow moving planets, these things will be playing out for years. And I wanted to show this because I'm sitting underneath an oak tree and acorns are coming down like little pellets. And it's beautiful though, because this is all potential, and this is all potential for every day that we live in every astrological moment. So, think about that. So, first notable is that Mercury goes retrograde on the 9th, the day before the full moon. And so, that's an intense energy when Mercury stations retrograde. We feel it really, in the 3D, as they say, and also in the other dimensions. But sometimes technology takes a little bit of a crap on us, doesn't work, and again, it's just something that needed to be fixed. Usually it's not like this brand new piece of technology just goes down. It could be brand new, but it may have not been made good. There might be a lot of information flying back and forth, and especially in relationships, we might be reassessing what we need in balance and justice for our relationships, because Mercury is stationing retrograde in Libra. Now remember, this is very broad, this forecast, and if you want to know a little more, try to find out where Libra or Mercury is going through in your chart, and that'll give you a little bit of more of an indication of where that misconnection may happen, or the reassessment may happen, because it's going to be different for everybody, and you may have a lot of planets that are getting aspected, so you may feel it a lot where the person next to you doesn't hardly even notice it all. So just keep that in mind always when I'm doing these forecasts. Second notable kind of plays in with the first is that at this time then, at the full moon, Jupiter, Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Mercury, Chiron, Vesta, and Juno are all retrograde. That is a lot of what they would say is backwards motion. Now obviously these planets are not backwards. They're actually closer to the Earth than they normally are at other times. So they're in some ways all very intensified. They're so intense that it often drives that energy inward, and it is more of a personal thing. This is going to be, though, a collective situation where everyone's feeling it. These are there's personal, outer planets, social planets, taking a moment, taking a pause, and this is coming off of that new moon, right? I said there might be a need to rest and pull in so that you can go out and create. I feel like this is still going to be a theme. We're still feeling like we need a moment to sit in, and we need to reassess. We're getting ready for something big, all of us, especially with Pluto. Pluto has been in Capricorn for many years, 13 and a half, 14 years, and it is going to be moving out for a little bit, back and forth next year. It is getting ready to lay the new seeds of power, the new structure that we're going to be working with for this whole cycle until it comes back in 200 and some years to Capricorn. It's a big deal, and having all these other planets retrograde means we are really reassessing a lot of things, not just a little. So try to enjoy the rest. It may feel like it's 1 foot forward, 10 steps back, because everything, like Mars and Venus, are going forward. That's a very personal thing for us all. Like, okay, I got the drive, I got the energy, let's do this, let's go. And then every other planet and some of these asteroids are like, yeah, you know what, we're working on some stuff here. It's like, you can go, but you're going to have to come back. You can go, but you're going to have to come back. And Mars will be going retrograde later this year, just so you know. So Mars won't be joining the same party. He's going to be having his own party, but it will happen too. And so energy doesn't start to shift forward really till the beginning of October. So be patient with yourself and others, and just know you're laying new tracks and new foundations. It's okay. You want this stuff to be stable, supported, and going in the right direction. And then by December, almost everybody's going to be going forward, and Mars will be starting to go retrograde, but everything else is going to be shifting forward. So we're going to start to feel the momentum. Mars is going to be retrograde for quite many a month, And so again, there might still be this holding back, but there's going to be also a big progress of moving forward. And then when Mars goes direct, I think there's going to be something totally brand new coming for us all. And so those are the big notables. Let's talk a little bit about a little more romantic feel for this full moon. So just remember, a full moon is the sun and the moon opposing each other's opposites. Some say opposites attract. They reflect some of the best qualities of each other, and also then the most different qualities of each other. So there's often a lot of tension at times at full moons. But what they have in common is both of Virgo and Pisces are healers. Different kinds, different ways, and they both have concern and want to connect with other in different ways again. One more personal, one maybe a little more impersonal and like larger, but that energy is going to be there. And in the book that I referred to from Raven Caldera, the moon phase astrology, he calls this the healer's moon, right? The two healers. And this is the healer at its peak. Not meaning like physical peak, maybe they are, but knowing when to help and when to pull back and most often take care of themselves. Knowing how to pull from the universal's energy, right? Not just going, I'm going to heal everybody and they just burn themselves out, but realizing they are a bigger part of something and that really they're just a channel for the healing and they can pull from the energy everywhere and channel it through the healing. This is, like I said, healing at its prime. So there is a great opportunity for us all to do some healing. And for me personally, I mean, in the book he talks about healing others, but I really feel like this has to start with us. The more healed and the more whole we feel, the better we can support others and heal others. And so my call to you all is, or challenge or whatever, this is a great day to do some interpersonal work. Be kind, loving, and healing to yourself, and ask Source to give you that energy for the healing so that you don't have to do the hard work. Because in the long run, like I said, when you're healed, you can do so much more for everyone else. Another great message that I got from the book was really need to eliminate ego, right? We are on a Leo season. It is done. It is over. I'm not saying Leos are ego, but it reminds us to be the center stage and to be able to be seen and be okay with that, to be special and be proud of it. There's not so much pride in that right now. It's letting go of the ego and also accepting the inevitable uncertainty that there is. Like, you may not be able to heal that person. You may not be able to heal yourself in the way you think, but you might be able to do it in a different way. Like, it's letting go of the control, right? That sun in Virgo is control. Pardon the sirens, still living in the city. Letting go of that control part of it, like, well, I can fix everything because I know all the details. It's kind of like, no, Source knows how to do this. Let Source take over and you just be the channel for Source doing the work that, get out of your own way, pretty much. And then the other messages on this full moon, do not overwork yourself, because that healer energy tends to like to overwork itself with that Virgo moon and feeling like I gotta serve, but also serve like on this, like one person or the collective. Be kind to yourself always. And a great way to channel this energy as well is do a group meditation for the collective. This is a really powerful time to help heal the collective, and the more energy with the same intent that you put together is going to have a tenfold effect. So this is a really great time for this, or if it's a person that individually who wants a healing and there's a group of people who want to support that, this is excellent. And it's always create, and have a little fun, be playful. Pisces is good at that, and sometimes full moons really can overwhelm people because it is a lot of intuition, also information coming in. A lot of people may get a lot of stuff coming in, and if you're one of those people who really feel affected by Pisces, actually find some quiet time for yourself this day. And if you're getting things so you're not overwhelmed or feel like you have to help a lot of other people, it's going to be different for everyone, but I feel like these are the few different ways that it could be played out overall. So now let's talk about the aspects. There's plenty. And so we talked about the sun opposing the moon, so keep that in mind as always. And like I said, Leo season's over. It's done. So it's time now to start thinking more about the other, right? How can we help the other? It's not just about us anymore. And so one of the aspects I wanted to take note of, I don't always talk about asteroids, but I see that Juno's retrograde and it's fairly close to the moon, the full moon. And I just feel like it's illuminating where we need to heal our marriages, our unions, and also do we have some illusions about it, because it's getting illuminated by that full moon. So take a moment. Things might be coming out, and take note and how you can work with that, maybe heal that, or support it, or potentially eliminate it if it needs to. But the full moons aren't about eliminating, it's just taking stock and seeing all that you can see with that full light. So be aware. Then we have Uranus sextiling the moon as well. And so this is, dynamic. Uranus is in Taurus, and I feel like it's bringing some deep insights into this full moon, like things that need to change, things that, like, how is this dream going to change, and how are you going to change? How are you going to heal yourself? And it's giving material, tangible ways of doing it. So it's going to be different for everyone, but Uranus and Taurus has to do with the earth. And so I'm going to keep saying it, but it could be food, could be earth, physical, sensual things, helping us change the world with the dream, but giving us the materials to do so, and also the values to do so. What do you really value about the world, yourself, the cosmos, the collective, spirit and source, and how are you going to channel that through dream? This is giving us good energy for it. It's giving us new ideas. And then Uranus also trines the sun, which is another great aspect. It's like breaking the mold. Are you stuck in routines that don't work for you anymore? Personal ones, exercise, food, anything that it's a routine that just isn't working anymore, but you're doing it because it's a routine, right? Because it seems like it works. You might be a little scared to shake it up. Uranus is bringing a new way, and it definitely could be around food, especially because, again, Uranus is in Taurus, or about value. It's like, hey, guess what? You're valuing this way too much, and this is not doing anything good for you. Drop it. Here's a new way to do it, though, right? A new way, in a different way. Be open to that, because I think it can be very healing. This is a positive aspect. Work with it, move with it. Next aspect, Mars makes a loose square to this full moon. It's not very close, but I feel like its presence is kind of in the background, and Mars is in Gemini. And that, again, can be a lot of information coming at you fast, and maybe not a lot of true information. So be on the lookout for that, and also just not getting overwhelmed and overloaded with information, and trying to do too many things at once. Like, oh, I need to learn this, I need to do that, I need to go to this, I need to go to that, I need to talk to this person. Whoa, right? The sun is in Virgo, and Virgo can, since it is ruled by Mercury, can, just like Gemini, might have a little bit of that feeling as well. So just be careful, and especially because Mercury is retrograde, and so things are really intense with information. Pardon the siren again. Must be a busy day on the streets of Madison, unfortunately. So, usually sirens are never good, but they are also a warning. Yes, I'm just not going to even edit that out. So take care of yourself. That's what it's telling me. Be aware, be alert. Mercury is telling us to be aware and be alert on that day. I'll take that as a message from source. Moving forward, we continue to explore our power. We talked about with the retrograde. We're exploring our power. That Pluto season of being retrograde and going forward into a whole new world that hasn't been in a long time. People are talking about America's Pluto return. Yes, it's the return, and it's going to change what has happened for the last 200 and some years. It's going to be a new foundation. We're feeling that, and it's making some harmonious aspects. So keep on the lookout, because the dream is also filtering through it. There's messages coming in for us, and as a collective, all of us have a responsibility to try and make this world a better place, in my opinion. And so be open to it, and know that the foundation is getting worked on, but not quite done yet. But you're getting this information at this time, again, especially in a full moon. Like I said, Pisces is par excellence for intuiting, and the moon is par excellence. So information could be coming through your dreams, or just even in daydreaming. So it's inspiring, and it's positive. Full moons are not all bad. And then the last little thing I want to note is that Mercury, right, has gone retrograde, and it's in Libra, right? So often ruling relationships or balance or justice is opposing Jupiter in Aries, and it's also retrograde. And so I see, again, there's a little bit of a tug of war. Like, we're reassessing what we need, what we want personally to survive, and what challenges do we need to rise to, or just get out of the way and be like, this, why did I try and fight this, or why am I fighting for? And then in relationships, like, what am I doing in this relationship? How am I looking for justice? So I think there's going to be a call for justice around this full moon, honestly. And it's going to do with relating. It doesn't have to be a partner and a partner. It could be anything or anyone you relate to. So, I mean, this is a collective thing that's happening too. There's going to be a call for justice around these days. Seriously. And there could be information coming out because, like, Mercury's going retrograde. And, you know, Libra's not a detective, but they are a good lawyer. That's the kind of detective that they are. It's like, I'm going to find out how to make justice happen for this situation. That's it. And I'm going to convince you too. I'm going to show you the truth. It doesn't always happen that it's the truth, but it's really good at convincing you because it makes things look good. So be on the lookout for that as well. And oh yeah, Mars does square Libra, and Libra is in Virgo. So again, the yin and the yang energy kind of opposing, meaning what's going on, you know, with relationships, what's going on with people. It doesn't have to be a female and a male, or male and a male, or any specific gender or non-gendered person, but it's important to pay attention to. Like, there is going to be a push and a pull of the desires and drives going on. That's the simplest facts. So the overall arcing theme here is the potential to heal ourselves and to heal others and to allow ourselves to be healed. And if you know a healer, send him a card, say thank you, or give him a little something special if they make your life better. And it's just going to be something that's good. And try not to be too hard on others. With that, I'm Jennifer at Eureka Astrology and Healing. If you like what I'm doing, hit like, subscribe, check out my website. You can see all my services there. I do astrology consultations, herbal consultations, tarot readings, and I also do teaching. And with that, may the stars guide you and the plants ground you. Ciao for now, and may you enjoy this beautiful moon.